Hey, everybody, this is Dr.J and Spike, streaming from
Hello.
Long Island, New York. It's kind of windy now.
Yes, windy. At least the rain's over.
Blowing up, it was warm, like 59 degrees, but cold at the same time.
So yeah, it's that kind of biting because of the wind.
We've been doing a lot of talking about SMCI. I've been recommending it as my best AI pick, along with what else we talk about? We compared it to IBM and
Of
Pack,
course, we had it down. We had
Hewlett
it down as
Hewlett
a
Packard Enterprise and Dell. I
right.
kind of felt by far this had the best potential, and I still think so. It's going to be on my list of 5 for the new year.
Oh, okay. I have to start thinking about that, don't I?
I have over 100% gain on my model portfolio from last year.
Nice.
I think Kamal is 80 something percent, and you're 15%.
Yeah. Well.
But
Yeah. I think I.
it's still a winner.
Yeah. I like Target. So, but Target did horribly. But that Target was one of my picks anyway, and my surrogate for Target was Walmart, which did okay, but not great.
Let's take a look at that again, that spreadsheet again. I might as well show off my winners.
Yeah, really. It's time for Dr. J to crow. It's the
Yeah,
Dr. J Crow show.
yeah. Oh, this is my merch site. No, nobody I showed this to likes my designs. I'm a
Well,
bit,
even the ones that you had the computer do it through AI.
well, yeah, I had the computer do this mug, and can you hear me out?
It doesn't show up right now because we're still on you. You have to show
Oh,
your screen.
yeah. Well,
Oh yeah, SMCI went 7%. That's nice.
maybe just as well. Well, I'll share screen.
Okay.
I really want to show off my portfolio from last year. I mean, I'm not up to 100 over 100% on my entire portfolio, unfortunately, but I had a really good year. Up 80% on one of them, like 40% on another. So, playing. But my model portfolio was amazing. I should have as good picks this year as last year. So this is the mug.
Nice.
Is that terrible? Really, it's terrible.
I guess I just don't like all the colors.
I
But
guess
actually, I mean, obviously, it's worth more money if it's all colorful like that.
I don't know. I guess I'm not a designer.
Well, like you said that was done by ChatGPT, right?
Yes, it was done by ChatGPT.
So you're still not a designer.
Still not a designer. Yeah. Let's go back to the homepage, stockpicks.com. I'm missing the S. And let's slide down to this is the show that we did on Thursday. The link to
Oh,
it.
you linked to the latest show.
Yeah. Now this is Dr. J. This one is mine. Let's see. I'm down on Sava, not Sava, BCRX 47.45% for the year. With it all, I'm up $601 or 100.23%. That's not bad, right? My big gainer was MicroStrategy, up 438.9%.
Wow.
Amazon up 160%. Does that make sense?
Look at that. Sure.
No, it's 80%. Actual
80%, right.
actual gain was 160 on $200.
Right.
My model portfolio, I put 200 on Amazon, 150 on MicroStrategy. That brought me back 438 or 292%. MicroStrategy, my biggest percent winner, and that's what brought me up over. That's what brought me up over 100. 50% gain on Apple, and 1% loss on Roblox,
Oh, right. Roadblocks.
and
What was that third one? Fourth one?
big loss on BCRX, 47.4.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's killer. Yeah.
that was my killer. Let's see what. You want to see yours?
Sure. See what I had in my mind.
All right. So the first one you had was a gain of
Right.
160. That was
That was
Amazon.
that was amazing. Right.
Oh, so you had an 80% winner, right?
Yes.
But how come I can't see the percentage?
I don't know. Good question.
Now I see the total percent. I'm sorry, it wasn't 15, it was 44 for the year. 44%. You gained $263 on 600. And
Yeah.
your picks were
Oh,
Lilly,
yeah. Lily. Right. You know, I was banging the table for Lily
the
and my
water,
water.
the water company, American Water,
Right. Walmart
Wal-
did
Walmart.
okay. Like I
So
said, I just picked the stocks. Microsoft.
American Water was actually a loser on the year.
Wow. Okay.
Doesn't everybody need clean water?
You know, apparently not.
Microsoft, you had some good picks.
Yeah,
Microsoft,
I had at least two of the big seven.
you had Amazon and Microsoft.
Right.
That's why you're up nearly 50%.
Yeah.
And what did our buddy Kamal? Let's see what Kamal did.
There
Kamal,
it is, right next to me.
he might have beaten me. I don't think he has more than 100% gain.
77%.
77. He had. I know.
Impressive.
I think he had all the big techs.
Oh yeah, right. It was pretty vanilla for him. Right.
Apple,
Apple, Microsoft, Tesla.
Tesla, Google, and NVIDIA.
Right. Like kissing your sister, but your
Yeah,
sister's hot.
that's really where you wanted to be. Look, he had the vision to know that at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
That was some good picking, Kamal, wherever you are. That was really some good picking. All right. Let's go. Let's go to the drawing board. First of all, let's answer the
Did
question.
you tape? Well, you know, the only question had to do with right whether or not we thought Apple was going to hit 200.
What's up with the Sava warrants? Ruth Harris wants to know. Well, it's a good deal for shareholders. Instead of just diluting, they're letting us do the dilution. So I think that's a good deal. They're giving us, I think, for every 10 shares, they're giving us 4 warrants, right? Yeah, that's pretty good ratio. So that I think when it comes to 250 shares equals 100 warrants, or actually 100 right to buy 100 shares at the fixed price 32, 33. I forget what it is, with a
Mm-hmm.
with a time limit of about a year or so. I think I don't remember all the details, but it's a good thing, and I think that keeping the price up. Although Sava was down today, I think. But it's a good thing for shareholders. Well, Apple hit $200 this month. MJ, I would love that, but I don't think so. Apple, I think the doubt about Apple is China. So, China is a big market for Apple. And if they take that ban further than government workers, that could be bad. Do you think they will? Spike, do you think the ban on iPhones will go beyond government workers in China?
No, I think that they'll make it just sort of a cultural thing where you're not being a good citizen if you stay with Apple.
Yeah. So probably it'll be okay, but I think it gets to 200, but maybe not just yet. How did the averages end up? 0.45 on the S&P, 47.40. We're getting close to the all-time high. SPY 41.97, up 2.64. And SPY was higher than the S&P. That's unusual. 0.56%. The Dow up fractionally, is that it?
Yeah, look at that.
NASDAQ up 0.61 and the Russell actually down. So it was not the greatest day, according to this. I thought it was better. I didn't look at the market during the last
People were just talking, they were talking that gold was done because, inflation is sort of covered, but gold's not done.
Yeah, but it might hurt it, and same with Bitcoin might be hurt a little by that. Maybe. If you believe inflation is a reason to buy gold and Bitcoin, then yes. I think it is. It historically with gold anyway. It's considered a hedge against inflation. Look at this chart. We have a double top right where we are. And let's look at the 3 week, the 2033 after hours. Holy mackerel. Let's just look at the 5-year. I want to look at the 5-year because I want to focus on this period from July 17th till now. Does this strike you as being a pattern we've seen over and over again?
You mean like a bottoming or bottomed?
Like a cup and handle forming?
Yes.
We have a perfect cup.
I know you like your cups and handles.
I don't actually, because they're very ubiquitous, but this one is a perfect one.
That's what I'm saying. You like them round, and when they're round, you actually pay attention.
Yeah, when they really look like a cup, as opposed to using your imagination. This one would be the perfect time for it to come down. It took about 5 months to form. It might take about a month or so to come down to, so let's say, fill this gap, 1350, and then go up again. But that might be too much to go down. I don't know. That would be too much. What was the low at the bottom of this period?
8.44 looks like.
I see sevens. It was sevens, right? In the sevens. So 7 to 20. That's if it goes down about 20% from 13. About I figure $3 could shave off. $17. Right about here. Right about here. Might be a place to come back into Mara if you're out of it. So if you're looking for an entry point on Mara, you're hoping that this will get a little handle. I think it might. I still own my Mara, haven't sold any. So I'm happy with that performance. But at the same time, I think MicroStrategy had a down day today, I believe. Let's take a look at that one. Bitcoin, I think, was down on the day. Oh, it must have, things changed. Look at how it's flying after hours. So Bitcoin,
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Is there news on ETFs being approved or something like that?
Oh, at the Bitcoin ETF, I haven't heard anything yet.
Because why is everything up after hours? Bitcoin must have popped. Let's take a look at Bitcoin.
Let's take a look at it.
Quite accidentally that I'm even looking at it. It's up 1.62, 42,564. I saw it as low as 41.3, I think, today. So it came back, but it still hasn't reached. This also sort of has a cup and handle, sort of, from March. From March of 2022. So it sort of has a cup and handle. Let's look at the daily. On the daily, it looks like we're putting in a bottom here.
Well, we're putting in a pennant.
I think
A bullish pennant.
I think the bottom might be in 40,000. Right about here, 40,100. Looks like a bottom to me.
Yeah. And if that thing converges like it looks like.
Maybe it gets tested again. I don't know, but I don't know either why everything is flying after hours. Let's see Riot. Riot is up modestly after hours.
No, 2%.
Yeah. What about Hut? Hut had a good day, 15%. Something's up.
Really?
I'm glad I'm in Bitcoin related plays anyway. I don't own the coin itself.
Well, then what about coin? Since we're doing it,
Coin. People have strong opinions both ways on this one. Kathy's number one pick.
yeah, no, I'm just happy I'm getting some of my money back.
Well, it's flying. I don't know what you paid for it, but it's flying now.
I bought it in October of 21, so that was the high.
I mean, yeah, you almost couldn't go wrong buying a little bit of it and at any time,
Right, averaging down.
Yeah, in the last year. Coin looks good. Looks very good. I mean, it's may not have been as big a percentage gain as MicroStrategy, but it's a hell of a move from 50 to 150.
Yeah.
That's triple. MicroStrategy was 125, I think, went up to 600, 5 times. But this is a big move. What did I want to talk about? Amazon, I guess.
Well, you always want to talk about Amazon, but
I bought this one today.
you listed Amazon, Alt, and Rivian for
I
whatever reason.
bought
ionq.
ionq. I like the quantum computer plays, so I bought this one. I probably paid around where it closed. I bought it in the morning, right about that price. And I'm going to hold on to it. I think it's going to be one of my 5 picks for the year. I like this one. It's got a nice channel that it's in now. So see what happens with this one. I think maybe this is the year for quantum computing.
Oh, so this is a quantum play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's certainly in a nice upper channel.
Yeah. Look at that. Beautiful, right? The only thing is it's at the top end of the channel. So maybe I average down on this one if I can. I only bought a modest amount,
Uh-huh.
I can average down, get in at about 13.50 maybe.
Right.
That would be nice. This one also has a bit of a of a what do you call it, cup and handle look to it right in here from 920 on. It's formed a cup.
Right.
Maybe now it forms a handle. This is Rivian. Rivian's had a nice move. So
You
maybe
know, the bloom's been off the rose for these electric car plays lately.
21 and a half is time to come back in, maybe, or to get in. As always, our opinion is strictly our own, not investment advice. Check with an advisor before acting. Don't forget to subscribe because that helps us. I don't know why, but it helps us. Why does it help us again?
Ego.
Ego keeps us going. We need ego like we need food. I mean, I don't need the money because what happens when I make
I know you're just gonna bloat on more stock.
No, my wife just spends it. So what's the point?
Oh, okay.
She's running out of what to spend it on.
Oh. Eventually, you're gonna have. Well, you know, I don't know if I'd have it spending it on Rivian.
Yeah, buy a Rivian truck.
I like
I saw one parked in the Hamptons. I didn't like it. Didn't like it. Didn't like the looks. 80,000. I didn't care for it.
Really.
I didn't think it was worth it.
Well, do you think the Teslas are worth them?
Probably, yeah. They're more reasonably priced, I guess. I don't know what their Cybertruck is costing. Probably a lot. Don't know. This has got a nice little pop, Ultimune. It's a GLP-1. Is that what they call it? The fat drugs.
Oh,
Everything's got initials. I don't know.
yeah. I haven't been paying attention to the fat drugs.
GLP-1, I think, something like that. It's a fat. They got a fat drug, and the market likes fat drugs. So maybe it goes from 8 to 80. Maybe this should be one in my 5. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. 8 to 80? And 8 to 80.
Yeah, you know the funny thing is when all this was going up, I thought I still owned it because Kamal was big in it, and we were in it for a while. I just don't know why. When all of a sudden it started making money, I realized it wasn't in my portfolio. But
I'm
look at
not
it; it's unbelievable the performance of this stuff.
I'm not in it either. Out, unfortunately. Um, Amazon Amazon had a good day today.
And
Did you?
we do have questions about Apple, whether or not Apple's going to hit 200 at some point.
I will look at Apple too.
Yeah,
Amazon was up 4.
you know, Amazon's just doing what it does.
I wrote the 160 call for January 5th. I got like $1.40.
Wow.
So I thought I did pretty well on that, but maybe it'll go above 160. Who knows? I hope so. I only wrote it on a small portion of my holdings in Amazon, so I won't be upset. Believe me. Let it go to 180. I don't care. I'll be a little upset if it goes to 180,
Yeah.
but not
Well,
much.
it would be nice to go to the um, pre pre split 3,000 price, which I think is around 180.
Actually, it's there already because if you multiply by 20, you get 3,008. Hey,
Okay.
3,080? What do you get? 3,080.
So then what's the all time high on this guy if you go back?
It's at a high of the year. I know that.
Yeah, I'm looking. Well,
Up here,
okay. I see. And
190.
that was around 2011, right?
Yeah, about 190. This is 2021.
Oh,
2021.
2021, right. That's what I meant.
2021. Yeah, it was 187.48, something like that. Maybe a little higher. I don't know. something like that. I mean, it could get there. It probably will get there next year. I think next year everyone's talking out of both sides of their mouth, but mostly they're saying rotation into small caps. Meanwhile,
Really?
I'm not leaving the large caps. The mega tech look good to me. I think they have more to go. I think it's foolish to get out of Amazon, Microsoft, Google, any of them to go into what? Something not as good? For what reason?
Right.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, one would have thought going into water would have been the way to go, but apparently not.
Well, I mean, everybody needs water, but I'm going to just,
Yeah, my two biggies were water and printing.
well,
I
I mean,
both of them.
clearly everybody needs water. For clean water, you can't argue with that.
Well, I thought with 3D printing you'd make good water filters. So I was like, I was just dead on both of those. But yeah, eventually I think they'll work out.
Yeah, I think it might be a good
But I
thing.
mean, in terms of looking for creative alternatives to you know the AI plays, for instance, or the Super Seven or whatever they call it, being called.
Let's see if Apple can get to 200. What do you think? Can it get to 200?
It's got good mo for it.
Yeah, I had a down day today for
This
whatever.
the is this is the long term chart, right?
This is the 5 year.
Well,
Looks
look at
good.
it's a lot closer to its all time highs than Amazon was.
Yeah, I mean, 200 by the end of the year, well, why not? My instinct initially was probably not, probably wait till January, but does it really make a difference? It's going to get there.
Do you think there's much Santa Claus left over the next week?
I do, but whether this one makes it over 200 or not, I'm not sure, but it will make it, whether it's before the end of the year or at sometime in January. Doesn't really make much of a difference. I'm not selling one share of my Apple. I don't care how they try to scam me. A lot of people
Gotcha.
trying to scam me with the China stuff. China is a big piece of their action, so to speak. Does Tim Cook have chi eating out of his hand, or is it the other way around?
Yeah, I know. Good question. I
Yeah,
mean, is Huawei really making a good alternative to the Apple?
yeah, probably not.
No.
Even though they steal everything the Apple does.
I mean, even Chinese people want to have fun. People in China, and
Yeah,
so Apple's a fun product.
CRISPR it doesn't seem to have the Momo anymore. It ran out of Momo.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I
So
guess
CRISPR might be a place.
what have you? Our sickle cell. Thanks. What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, I mean, all of them look a little
They need
sick.
they need a fat drug.
They all look a little anemic again. Beam on a downslide. I don't know. I think 2024 will be an okay year for them, but maybe not the breakout year.
Well, we were hoping for some news. We got a little bit, so that was a little bit of a spurt, right? And unless there's like another bang 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 other diseases that are getting knocked down by the technology, we're probably just people going to be like CRISPR who.
I heard some old guy that was maybe older than me on CNBC today. So talking about XBI, saying it's been gone down 4 years in a row. Can it go down another year? So the answer is yes, it can.
The answer is yes, and unabashedly,
You
the
know what?
answer is
There's
yes,
so
it
much
can.
junk amongst a few gems that it's hard for this to sustain a rally. There's really a lot of
I
crap.
said you need a bang 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 kind of thing.
Yeah, you need merger and acquisition craze to get this moving. You need one buyout after another because let's face it, the Mercks and the Pfizers of the world, they haven't been doing it on their own. They got to buy out companies.
Right. That's the way they innovate.
Yeah. Even Lilly, I mean, they all That's how they got to do it. If the M&A picks up, then XBI might do it. Finally have a good year. What would a good year look like for XBI? Do you think up here around 100?
Maybe another disease, God forbid.
Oh, we don't want that.
I know we don't want that. Look how the XBI did during COVID.
Yeah, but I'm thinking even if it's a good year, we may be talking around 100. We might be talking about a 16-point move or 20% on a good.
Right, exactly.
So I'm not expecting great things, but I'm thinking I'll take 100 on the XBI, 20%. What else did I put down? Do you remember?
You put Alt, Rivian, Amazon, nvda, which we didn't see yet.
NVIDIA, we didn't see. Did we see SMCI?
I don't know, did we? No,
Well,
maybe not. No, we didn't.
NVIDIA is going back and forth in the horizontal trading range now.
Yeah, it's not breaking through. It's not busting out. But
On the weekly, let's take a look at the year to date. Yearly. Doesn't look as horizontal, but it is. It's the same trading range. Since the jump up, you can draw the line right there. This is a huge,
you could tilt it up actually.
huge trading range, so we could shorten that trading range. Like 400 to 500 has been the trading range. You could say we're at the upper end of the trading range. Time to take a little off the table or whatever,
Right.
or not. I mean, I'm of the opinion just hold it. Add on any dip and forget about trading it. Because if you trade it and you're wrong, you can't get.
Yeah, that's been my strategy. I'm just waiting for it to give me an opportunity to get some at a bargain.
Yeah,
And if it doesn't happen, right, I'll just be happy with what I own.
if it dips back to like 454, then that's consider it a gift.
Yeah, no, we talked about that last week, right? Finding that spot to say, all right, we know it's expensive, but it's not going to be cheap.
I would have liked to accumulate more because I had twice as much, originally when I sold it at 400.
Yeah, I remember.
So I have half what I had, which isn't enough, but I do have SMCI, and I didn't have that originally. So I'm way up on my SMCI. With today's move, I am way up. I think we're going to test the top, blow the roof on this one. I just hope we don't blow the roof before New Year's because I want to pick this one. I want this one of my picks. So I'd rather pick it at 320 than at 350. You know? Because you can ask, where's this one going to go? It's not going to go to 700 next year. Maybe it'll go to 500. That would be a huge win. But probably more realistically, 400, 450 on SMCI. It's still got to like it better than an IBM, which is, into too many things, too big a conglomerate. It's had a phenomenal chart, and you should own some. I'm not saying you shouldn't own some, but I would expect a bigger move from SMCI. That's why I prefer it. And Dell, the same thing, and HPE, the same thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, IBM is stealthily deep in AI, more so
Let's
than
just
say
look at
Dell is.
one of Kathy's favorites. Looking good for Kathy, right, Path?
Yeah, I mean, actually, she's well past the 50s right now, which is good. We've been waiting forever for her to get back up there.
Path is her third biggest holding, I think.
Is it?
I think so, and Tesla her fourth. Your stock, the coin, is one.
Right, she's really big in coin.
I forget what two is. Path, I think, is three. Tesla is four. I don't know why I blank out on two. What a second biggest, maybe Teledoc. I don't know.
Is it Teldoc and not that other
Maybe
one, the Dreamweaver, whatever that is?
uh, Dreamweaver is an
Not
Adobe
Dreamweaver.
product.
Not Dreamweaver. I'm just trying to find connecting cells in my brain. CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike.
Which one?
No, I guess it's not hers. I'm trying to. I don't have a list of her holdings.
Roku is a big one, but not the
Roku.
Carvana she owns. She bought recently some junky one. Hood. She bought a lot of Hood.
Did she?
Yeah, she bought a lot of Hood, and she also bought very recently. She bought something else that didn't look too good. I forget what it was. I question why the hell she bought it, but she's been right more than wrong lately. So I'm not going to argue with her.
I know it's been it's
Uh,
been a good couple of months for her.
yeah, it has been. ionq I like. How about Qubit? Those who like under a dollar stocks.
Oh, Roku is the one you're missing.
Mentioned it. Quantum
Oh, did you?
computing, QUBT. This is another one that's a quantum play.
Roku and Zoom.
They're a software company, and you never know. I mean, they could just get the right product on the market and start gaining market share over IBM or over whoever. You never know. This one might be worth it. It's trading range now, and it's the middle of the trading range. So even if you want it for a swing, 87 to a buck, not bad. This is
Well,
this.
they'll be talking about this a lot more next year. That'll be, well, as much as we're talking about gene editing last year, we'll be talking about quantum computing next year.
I think it's on a lot of people's tongue right now. Quantum computing. I think you're right. Quantum computing is a biggie. I don't understand it. Do you understand it? The concept, qubits.
For a while, I actually had a feel for it, and then it all went away. I guess I'm not smart enough.
You're pretty smart.
Yeah,
I mean,
it has to do with instead of solving a problem one variable at a time, you solve it sort of all at once.
like parallel processing.
In a way, it's like parallel processing. It's like the whole state and all of its interactions sort of show themselves at once. So instead of if you talk about iterative improvement, you pick a variable and then you try to improve on that variable. Here, it's not like that at all. It's more
And
multidimensional.
the storage is not just zero ones. They're not just bit storage.
Right, and they're also correlated. That's the whole. Each of the qubits is correlated.
Is it kind of like the theory of the spinning electron?
The, right, or the coin that hasn't landed yet. That's the model they use to represent it. So you
Uh,
haven't really made any decisions. I'd say anything, if anything, the fuzzy logic that we were looking at about 10 years ago is very relevant.
okay, so it's not really an element of the set. It's probably sort of an element. 60% chance.
Right. There's some probabilistic, if you will. It's just that you don't, whatever it is, you don't know it. So if you could prescribe a probability to it, great. But in any case, you still don't know it. The quintessential, how do you really know the light turns off on the refrigerator after the door is closed?
That's like the tree in the forest, isn't it?
It is like the tree in the forest.
Uh,
And it's also like Schrodinger's cat, who was both
but
simultaneously alive and dead.
I mean, if a tree falls in the forest, whether there's anybody there to hear it or not, it still fell in the freaking forest. I don't care.
But how do you even? I think the quantum idea was, how did you even know the tree was there in the first place?
Uh-huh. All right.
But anyway, yeah, I'll look it up a little bit more. I've been interested in following up on that.
Yeah, you
So
do that.
I'll have some better answers in a couple
I'll
of
give
months.
you homework. Explain quantum computing to us for next time.
Right.
So
Okay.
anyway, this one might be a good nibble. QUBT. QUBT might be a good nibble. How about the Qs? Did that make a new high?
Well,
I think the Qs might have made a new high. Very close. Very close. I think it did. The old
yeah. I think on the intraday basis.
408.71. Did we go above it? Maybe not. Very close. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, you say.
Yeah, it'll make a new high tomorrow.
Dr.J says Santa Claus is still in town.
SPY might take a little while, right, before it hits 480. It might need how about December 28th for the new high? Is that the last trading day or 29th, I think?
This year.
I think it's the 29th. So we'll wait for the 29th to get a new high on SPY. I'll take
Yeah,
it.
we're going to the 29th.
So let's just take a look at the chart on Salvador.
All right, and then we got to get going because we're well past that 30.
Yeah, we'll end there. This is a 5-year. Even on the 5-year, it's come up nicely. Let's take a look at the yearly. You can't be too upset, even though it gave back a little last couple of days. That's fine.
No, certainly not.
It was probably a good nibble at the bottom of the candle today. I'll probably get
Yeah,
that.
I mean, for those of us who've been in it forever, we should have been averaging down if we still
SPY
look at
has
stuff.
not shown such great strength that you have to chase it. 27.61 if you want to get in. I would wait.
Okay.
And
Yeah, or even that,
that's it.
even that right at 25 is the spot.
Yeah, that's it for today, I guess.
Yes. Well, Dr. J.
It says 200 for Apple soon. I say it doesn't matter if it's before the end of the year or not, but it'll get there. So we're not really in disagreement there with MJ. I think a good target for Apple is 250 for next year.
Apple?
Yeah, 250 for
That would be nice.
It's very possible. I mean, it depends on China. If China goes crazy, it could be bad. But I think it'll be okay, like you think. I think we'll be all right. So SMCI is I think it's going to be one of my 5 picks. Amazon probably, maybe ionq. And I got 2 more to think about. One of the Bitcoin plays. MicroStrategy, maybe. I mean, I'm coming right back. Amazon and MicroStrategy were my 1-2 picks for last year. I think I stay with them, but maybe not in the 1 and 2 positions.
Interesting.
SMCI might be my number 1 pick. I'm thinking.
And you know something? I think I'm leaning towards putting IBM into my top 5.
Except it tends to be a slow mover. So even though it's 160, where's it going to go to 200? You got a 5% dividend.
True. Okay. Well, I'll think about it.
I think that's great for your portfolio, but maybe not for one of your picks.
Yeah, right. I should be a little bit more bold.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, fair enough.
Tonight, have a great day. Good trading tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
See you all on Thursday, right? Bye.
I imagine so, yeah.
Bye-bye.